Hi, my name is Destiny of Curls, Coils, and Things, and let's get right into this summer wash and go routine. If you want to know prep, technique, and products used, make sure you stay tuned. Alright, I'm starting the summer wash and go routine on freshly washed hair. And I'll say that again, freshly washed hair, meaning I shampooed and conditioned my hair prior to going to my styling step. And I think this is crucial because a lot of people think that they should be looking for definition and creating definition in the styling step. That is not the case. You should be seeing your curls as you are shampooing, as you are conditioning. Curl definition is a result of hydration, and I think a lot of people forget that. So styling is only enhancing and freezing the curls that you already have. So if you are struggling with curl definition, you may want to look at how you are hydrating your hair. If you want my full wash day routine about how I keep my hair hydrated and how I wash, style, and dry my hair in under 2 hours, I would love to make that video for you all. And if I did make that video, I'll make sure to link it in the cards. Just let me know if you all want that content or not. I'm starting off with my base gel, and this is of course Uncle Funky's Daughter's Curly Magic, and I'll make sure to link all the products down below in the description. But I have not found another base gel that does it like Uncle Funky's for the price point, for the ingredients, for everything. But this may not be a good fit for someone that has an aloe allergy, because this is very, very rich in aloe, and there is a bit of a learning curve to this product. I feel like most people that dislike this product aren't necessarily applying it properly to the hair, because it can be very easy to use too much product. And you also want to make sure that you emulsify the product or rub your hands together before applying. You want to see something like this. That is what you want to hear. And if you don't, you may have those little white clumps in your hair. But since the recent reformulation, I don't know, there's a whole debate around that, and we can talk about that later if you want to. But since the reformulation, I have found that even if I tend to overuse the product, I don't necessarily get those little white clumps, and I think that's the addition of the oil that they added to the product, which, you know, really helps with the application product. I know some people are a little bit disappointed with it having more oil in the formulation, but honestly I think it's a good thing rather than a bad thing. I use a good bit of the Curly Magic in each section, in each quadrant, and then I do my second application in smaller sections, and this product really helps with elongation. Before we continue, I think it's important to note that everything that I learned is from licensed cosmetologists and creators that amplify what those cosmetologists are saying. Most of the cosmetologists that I have learned my wash and go technique from are alum of Cut It Kinky, and the consumer side of that is I Am Black Girl Curls and Sesame Curls. So that is where all this stuff is coming from, and the reason why I started the 30-day hair detox and why I no longer use raw oils and butters in my hair. If you want more of an explanation of that, I would love to make that video for you all, and a review of not using oils and butters in my hair for over a year and a half now, and I don't think I'm ever going back. And the 30-day hair detox and just learning more about simplified hair care is what I like to call it, because I kind of borrow different methods and techniques and ideologies from different educators such as Black Beauty Schools, CC Love Curl Studio, and Yes Her Studio, and many different others, but those are just the ones that come to the top of my mind right now. And I really think that simplified hair care routine is the reason why I have more style longevity and have a better idea of how to keep my hair hydrated. Alright, step number 2 is I'm going in with Sensitivie's I Create Hold Gel. Now, I was a little hesitant to use this gel because my previous stylist did not like the formulation and how much oils were in it, but I had a recent change of heart when I changed over to a new stylist for a curly cut, and they used this product on my hair and I loved how it looked and behaved throughout the week. This is a thicker gel, so I am making sure that, again, I emulsify the product before applying it to my hair. I'm probably using about 1 pump per section, and I usually break my quadrants up into 3, sometimes 2, sometimes 4 sections, so take that as you will. But I am not one to count pumps, but I think it's important to kind of gauge in the beginning, if you are just starting out doing wash and goes, of how much product you should probably be using. But ultimately you have to go off of the feeling. For a lack of a better word, my hair feels slightly slimy and the curls are starting to clump together. I am doing a lot more smoothing at this step. I am not incorporating like rarely any raking unless I come across a tangle. And the reason why I'm doing a lot of smoothing rather than raking is because my hair is already detangled from the conditioning step, and I want my curls to naturally come together at this point. Lastly, I'm going in with my anti-humidity gel, and I have been using the WeDad Advanced Climate Control and Humidity Gel, and it really helps with the humidity and reducing frizz. But it's important to note that hair is going to swell over time throughout the week. It's just what hair does. This is currently day 4 hair, I believe, and it has been high 90s in Tennessee right now. I just checked the humidity. It is currently 61. I've been outside for a couple of hours every day this week, and my curls are still holding up. The front tends to get a bit more frizzy. That's just how my hair usually works, because I'm usually moving the bang out of my face. But it feels like it's like 102 right now outside, so you just have to know that no product is a miracle worker. You can do all the right steps and techniques, but hair is going to do what hair is going to do. But this has helped somewhat preserve my curls throughout the week. Now, this is an anti-humidity gel, so it wants to create a hard cast, so I use the tiniest amount of this product. I probably don't even use a dime size amount per section, just a tiny bit, so that it's able to fight the frizz and prevent the frizz. But I don't want a hard crunchy wash and go. I want a soft fluffy wash and go still. I'm just not that hyper definition girl. I'm just not. And pairing it with the Sensitivie and Uncle Funky's allows me to have that definition, so my wash and go can last throughout the week, but I also get the best of both worlds, so I get a little bit of volume too. At this step, all my gels are applied, so I do start to incorporate a little bit more raking at this step. And the main reason I do that is to help along my roots, which are my problem area, but I try not to disturb the curl clumps that are already naturally forming. The last step is I make sure to dry my hair with my hooded dryer. Now, somebody recently asked me, do I immediately go sit underneath my hooded dryer with soaking wet hair? And my answer to that is no. Usually, like, I'm on my phone for a few minutes, or I'm cleaning up the bathroom after my wash day, or I'm breaking down filming equipment if I decide to film in the shower that day. So that's about like 5 to 7 minutes at max, and my hair isn't necessarily dripping wet. My shirt is wet, but I'm not dripping water on the floor. My hair is holding on to that water, and that's kind of what you want to feel like. my head's a little heavy because all the gels are absorbing that water and holding on to that water. So I hope that helps clear that up. And as for hooded dryer settings, I'm usually starting out with my low heat, which for my hooded dryer I would consider that medium, and if I get hot I turn it back down to cool and then go back up to medium. If I'm in a rush, then I will turn it up on high, and I sit underneath my hooded dryer for about 45 minutes depending on what my heat settings are doing or what products I'm using. If I'm using something and doing something like a mousse wash and go or a texture foam wash and go, whatever you want to call it, then I'm not sitting underneath the hooded dryer for 45 minutes because the products aren't as heavy on my hair. I'm probably sitting underneath there for like 25. And then I go in with my handheld dryer, and I don't really know how long that I use my handheld dryer, but I'm doing medium heat, low airflow, cool shot every now and then if I'm getting hot for those different wet spots that my hair didn't get dry while I was sitting underneath the hooded dryer. And that's just because I have high density hair. It is what it is. So I just go in with my handheld dryer to each little wet spot and make sure I am completely dry before I step outside, and that is crucial for fighting frizz and dealing with this humidity outside, because if you step out there with wet hair, you're gonna be a poof ball. That's what I'm gonna say. So that is my summer wash and go routine. Again, all products are linked in the description. If you have any questions, I'll catch y'all in the comments. And if you like this type of content, make sure you like and subscribe. I love y'all. See y'all in the next one.